Welcome back to News Now on PNC. There are plans to demolish the old Department of Administration building in Hagåtña. The building is named after the late Governor Manuel F.L. Guerrero. But who was Governor Guerrero? PNC spoke with EOG professor Dr. Michael Lujan Bavacqua, who explains that Guerrero could be considered the father of Guam's local government.
So it's really unfortunate that a lot of people don't know more about Governor Guerrero, Manny Guerrero. He was somebody who really helped Guam transition from sort of, the colonial government days to sort of something, where we have sort of the limited self-government that we have today.
Governor Manuel F.L. Guerrero was the second Chamorro to be appointed governor of Guam by the U.S. And it is Guerrero who the Department of Administration building in Hagåtña is named after. There are currently plans to demolish this building, which sits across the street from the Hagåtña Police Department. We spoke to EOG professor Michael Lujan Bavacqua to find out more about the historical significance of the late Governor Guerrero.
Joseph Flores was the first ever sort of locally Chamorro appointed governor at that time, but he served for a very short period. Manny Guerrero, when he was appointed by JFK and later by LBJ, he was sort of the first long-term local governor. And during his time, he showed an incredible amount of leadership.
Bavacqua says that Guerrero was known for rebuilding Guam after Typhoon Karen. Guerrero was acting governor at the time, and he was able to put together plans that helped to rebuild Guam after Typhoon Karen.
Under his leadership, GIDA was started to help build economic investment in the island. Under him, the Department of Administration appeared, the Port Authority of Guam, the Guam Telephone Authority. He really helped formalize a lot of the government structures.
Bavacqua says that Governor Guerrero could be considered the father of GovGuam.
If you could say anything about his legacy, it would be that he really helped us transition from having outsiders govern to having locals govern.
And the pictures of Guerrero in this story were provided by the Micronesia Area Research Center. You can also learn more about Governor Guerrero at guampedia.com.
Well, it's been almost 2 years since Simon Sanchez High School students voiced their concerns to the Department of Education about the horrible conditions in their school, and as of yet, the request for proposal to fix their school is still not complete. The school administrators took Department of Education Superintendent John Fernandez and Department of Public Works Director Glenn Leon Guerrero on a school tour today and showed them what the major problems are, which include leaks in the ceiling, lack of new awnings, restroom issues, and the need for a new sports facility. Simon Sanchez High School Principal Carla Masnayan tells us what she hopes the outcome will be.
There's really a lot that I'm hoping for the school. I just want to make sure that whatever comes out of this, it's going to be a school that's safe and conducive to learning. So that the classroom needs are addressed, that the sports facilities are addressed, so that our students don't have to go to a different field for home games, or we don't have to move our students around because there are problems in some classrooms. So I'd also like to be able to have teachers have their own classrooms and not have to share, so that they can focus a lot of their resources in that one room.
It was over 2 months ago when elected officials and DOE were in discussions for a $100 million RFP to finance renovations at Sanchez and other public school campuses. Annual payments were to come out of the Territorial Education Facilities Fund, which is anticipated to receive millions of dollars each year from increased real property revenues. Leon Guerrero says his goal is to get the RFP out by mid-March.
The University of Guam's Cooperative Extension Program has come up with a new method to help fight the ongoing battle against the coconut rhinoceros beetle. CRB Eradication Team Leader Roland Kitagua showed PNC News a type of fishing net that they have tested for use on green waste piles and on trees. Here's more. Soon, you might be seeing fishing nets on coconut trees on Guam.
For the past couple of months, the University of Guam has been testing the use of fish netting or gill netting as a form of trap in order to catch rhino beetles in the green waste breeding sites. And we have tested a number of different combinations of mesh size as well as the diameter of the monofilaments, and we found a net size that we feel has really good potential for trapping rhino beetles.
Coconut Rhino Beetle Eradication Team leader Roland Kittigwa says the size of Tekken trap that they found that works is a 1-inch mesh with a 4-pound test. The net can be thrown on top of green waste piles or wrapped around parts of coconut trees in a bow tie fashion. And when rhino beetles try to get into the tree to feed, they get caught. In fact, we saw this happening firsthand when Kittigwa was showing us some trees at UOG that were outfitted with this Tekken trap.
We've currently been working with a local vendor, and we are hoping, the local vendor has told us that this netting will be available for residents by the first week of March.
Kittigwa says he's shown this to various landscapers on island, and they all believe this is a very feasible control method and something they can even offer to their clients. Although the rhino beetle can be found now in every village on Guam, Kittigwa says he's not giving up, and he believes Guam has not lost the battle against the beetle.
The way that we envision rhino beetle being controlled is a multifaceted approach, and that is we need to put and combine a number of different control strategies. So by developing a number of different control strategies, a resident can then take a look at the different options, and depending on their particular situation, can pick or choose the different methodologies and how they want to approach eradicating or controlling or preventing rhino beetle from damaging their coconut trees or exotic palms.
For more information about how you can do your part to battle the beetle, call UOG's Cooperative Extension Program at 735-2080.
Former Senator Bob Klitsky says that the legislature's Freedom of Information Act Council that he was a member of was a waste of time. Klitsky says he doesn't see a need to revive the council after its term expired at the end of 2014. He says the council didn't accomplish anything, and he says that 2 of the 3 complaints that the council received were complaints against the legislature. He says these 2 complaints against the legislature were never resolved.
I put an awful lot of time in, and a lot of other people put a lot of time in. There were a lot of papers filed, but absolutely nothing was accomplished at the end because there were 3 complaints filed with the council, 2 of which were against the legislature, and there was no resolution.
Klitsky says that the last time the FOIA Council met was in September of last year.
All right, and let's check in now with Joanna O, who's standing by with weather.
How was your Valentine's weekend and President's Monday? Well, for me, it was just another weekend and just ordinary Monday, ordinary school day. But I hope your 3-day weekends were as beautiful as me. Now I'm just checking today's weather. Welcome to PNC's weather forecast. I'm Joanna O. This past few days were really dry to the point where my tourist friends from Korea said, wow, Guam is really dry, even though it's an island. And I was just like, ugh. No. Well, even NWS says this dry condition is abnormal, but it seems like it will be this abnormally dry for next couple of days, as we're looking at only slight chance of showers for tonight and tomorrow. Skies will be partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow. Then starting Wednesday, we can expect some moisture. Expect partly cloudy with isolated showers. Dry northeast winds will prevail over the islands with speed of 10 to 15 miles per hour for all 3-day forecast. Temperatures will remain upper 70s to upper 80s for Guam, but on Saipan, expect highs to hit only up to 86 and lows mid-70s. That's so cold. Well, that's it for me, but let us endure this cold, dry week.